Hello, friends, family world. Luke here with another video. For those of you unfamiliar with our channel, my husband Tyler and I make weekly travel videos documenting our experiences since moving from North America to the UK. In our current Eurotrip 2019 travel series, we go through a trip that we made in summer of 2019, where we visited Switzerland, Austria, Paris, the Faroe Islands, Denmark, and some of the Baltic countries. If you'd like to start from the beginning of this series, click on the small I button at the top right of your screen and go to Eurotrip 2019 playlist, where you can start from the beginning by going to episode 1. We also have a blog for those of you interested in seeing more of our photography as well as more detailed travel itineraries, which you can find at lukeandtyler.com. From where we last left off, we covered the first half of our experience in Vienna. And in this video, we'll talk about the remainder of our experience in Vienna, as well as a short trip that we made to Frankfurt, Germany. We started our day off walking to Schönbrunn Palace, which was an 18th century summer residence for the Habsburg dynasty. The area has beautiful gardens as well as a greenhouse that you can explore. You also have the option of exploring the interiors of the summer residence. For us, this was just a nice place to walk around and enjoy the exteriors and the gardens. Afterwards, we headed to the city center and went to St. Stephen's Cathedral, which is one of the major landmark attractions of Vienna, and is certainly worth a visit. Another famous Vienna landmark that we visited was the Spanish riding school. Again, we just enjoyed walking around and enjoying the architecture, but if you want to see the horses perform, there are tickets that you can buy to do so. The end of our day was a bit unexpected as we stumbled upon an outdoor film and food festival in Rathausplatz. We enjoyed some really great food here, and it was a beautiful sunny day with beers, and was nice to just relax and enjoy an experience with some of the local residents of Vienna. The following day, we headed to the Belvedere Museum to enjoy some Viennese artwork. Vienna has so many art museums to explore that there was no way that we were going to fit them all in. We can't speak for some of the others because we didn't visit them, but if you do go, the Belvedere Museum is a solid choice in our opinion. The museum is connected to the Belvedere Palace, which was the summer residence of Prince Eugene of Savo. In typical palace fashion, there are great gardens to explore as well. From here, we visited the famous Hundert-Wasserhaus, which is one of Austria's most visited buildings. After this, we decided to just take the rest of the afternoon easy, as we were headed on an overnight train from Vienna to Frankfurt that evening. We arrived in Frankfurt early in the morning and had a train to Paris for later that afternoon, so we decided to make the most of our time and explore as much of Frankfurt as we could with the time that we had. Our first stop was the Goethe University Frankfurt. We actually kind of came upon this by accident because we ended up walking through this campus trying to get to what are called the Korean Gardens, but we actually ended up finding that we enjoyed the university campus itself a bit more than the gardens. The campus has a decent sculpture garden as well as a large fountain that we enjoyed walking around, whereas the Korean garden itself was a bit smaller than we expected and a bit underwhelming, so it wouldn't be something that I would say is a must-see when you're in Frankfurt. From there, we headed back towards the city center to the Old Town. A highlight of the Old Town is Römerberg Square, which has lots of cute German buildings to enjoy. The Cathedral of St. Bartholomew's is also worth a visit. Afterwards, we decided to have lunch close to the Eurotower, which is the area of Frankfurt where a lot of the EU's finance sector is located. And we went to a delicious vegan restaurant called Vevay. So for those of you who are interested, be sure to check it out. We thought the food was excellent. After lunch, we walked across the Eiserner Steg, which is a bridge that spans across the River Main in Frankfurt. And from here, we had a really pleasant walk along the riverfront. We finished our afternoon having really great coffee at a small cafe before heading back to the train station to head to Paris. Alright guys, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next video where we take the train from Frankfurt to Paris. See you then, bye!